go to Ireland or have a ceremony in Ireland? Or how's that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, Coach Frost just told me the other day we need to talk about it, so we haven't decided yet. I'll tell you this, it'll either be right before we leave or it'll happen right when we get there.
Do you have a pretty good sense of your depth chart at this point now that you had those most recent scrimmages?
Yeah, I think some guys are solidified, and there's still positions. Take the nickels for example. It's right now it's or, and I got to see who's going to have the best practice, and it might be that all year. I feel like we got 3 competent guys right now, and it might be whoever practices the best that week gets to go out there first snap. Now I assume that all those guys are going to play. They're all playing on special teams, just like it is at some other positions. But we got the luxury right now having some guys, excuse me, that can all go out there and be a starter. I think it's a great thing to have, great problem to have, because we have to have good practice now or you don't get to walk out there first.
What does that allow you, specifically the nickel spot, in comparison to what you've had the last couple of years with one guy? Having 3, how does that make it different?
Yeah, I think, just surely you got to be on your A game every day. In the past, not trying to say that it didn't happen, but you could have, had a bad day and still not feel that heat on you a little bit. With some of those younger guys, Isaac may not have been ready at the beginning of the year. He transitioned to being ready at the end of the year. But now we got 3 guys in there, and everybody on the defense knows that any 3 of them can play. So let's have a great day every day.
What did Isaac show you at the end of last year? What did he do to get himself ready for that opportunity at the end of last year?
Yeah, I think, just his comfort with the defense, his level of film study, knowing what's about to happen to him, and then just walking out on the field for those last 2 games when JoJo was hurt. Isaac, we didn't miss a beat. He played really good football. Was there things he could have done better? Absolutely. But he went out there and played really good football against some really good football teams, and we were proud of what he did out there.
What did the scrimmage look like to you from your standpoint, and specifically maybe a pass rush?
Yeah, I think, it's always hard because you're not going to be able to tackle the quarterback, right? But I was pleased with the pass rush in the scrimmage. I thought overall really a much better scrimmage than we had the first time. Tackling was good. We had one really big bust that led to a touchdown, so that's got to get cleaned up. A few communication errors, personnel subbing, packages. Those went in a lot smoother than the first scrimmage. We had a little sticky point transitioning from base to nickel dime, those types of things, and we got that worked out. So I thought the scrimmage was good for us.
Scott mentioned that one of the best things about having O'Shawn at this building has been the effect he's had on the guys around him, as far as Garrett's. What have you seen in that regard? What does it do for those guys to have a guy like O'Shawn in the wing?
Yeah, similar to the nickel position, it's just been more competition and more guys that everybody sees now. There's 5 guys, and any of them can walk out there and nobody would blink an eye, right? And everybody has to raise up their level of competition when you get a new guy in the room that can compete for a starting job, for a starting rotation. Guys that understand, like, hey, this isn't play around time anymore. Every rep counts, every rep's being filmed, every rep's being graded, and just having more of those guys in the building helps.